Yo, you're not your young man. I'll call back by your jumedi. Jumeda ya tobaro ya shiche. Yes, and yes, about waquim. I yat to the zen. No quar ring jumedi. No quar ring jumedi. The bitter truths. You're welcome to a show dubbed The Bitter Truth. The Bitter Truth Show. If today is the first time that you are watching this show in the Ghana Bad News YouTube channel or Ghana Bad News Facebook channel, we're humbly pleading with you to kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, like the Facebook page, and most importantly for us is your views, your opinion, and your suggestions. Kindly drop them in the comment section. Remember, former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo made a clarion call to Ghanaians not to be spectators but citizens. Join the Bitter Truth Show to be citizens of Ghana and not spectators. Thus is the reason the Bitter Truth comes your way. Za yere kanye da sende nyida ozikana rehwe no kwanwi dwumedi wo Ghana Bad News YouTube channel ana Ghana Bad News Facebook ahombrasemara subscribe to YouTube channel nene mi adoma no do dem roba ya yiridi dwuma awoso botum de wadwenkyere wunsusui ide ato comment section hodze amahen o sende nyansa onye ba kofotirim kai bi oso de former omampanyin Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Nodzi at the ready to Ghana for him de. Mamma yenya boshazefo, nemum yenye timomofo. Ni the minti, ya tota sraw. Baka no kwawinwi jumedi hu. Manyanya etimamofo. Amanyanya boshazefo. Ende asama yesi ni kutu. Yede si punudo. Yapada ye mwakonya na etebi ichawadwene for hon ye. Oye omampenyin John Dramani Mahama. Ninua Ibrahim Mahama ni wimshahin odi diguma otukwana odi tukwanen ono abaya akasakasa ze ama title oye the minority ana duduwara wodom kuma wanafa bi today opening today Kofi Bentil'S oye honorary vice president zema Imani Africa acha nadwen akade Omampenyin John Dramani Mahama ninua ni wimsehina odi diguma ma omani Ghana no ontweye ofuafua katasehye pronyi kankan do ono ana no kwanwen yapada yeche yana adwen fo ho na ye biso anyenye biara enye ya adwen for wadwenkyere photo oye the comment section. One of the topical issue that has become and one of such personality is the honorary vice president of Imani Africa, lawyer Kofi Bentil'S, has also spoken about it. He is in disagreement with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama using Ibrahim Mahama'S private jet for presidential runs, and thus is what we want to talk about. We have decided to title today's presentation as Kofi Bentil'S Disagreement with Mahama'S son Ibrahim Mahama'S private jets for its activities, smack conflicts of interest, bogus bias. Let us watch Kofi Bentil'S. We are giving you the opportunity to listen to Kofi Bentil'S.
If the president has to use another person's jet or rent a jet and his brother has a jet, I think it will be cheaper. Okay, so to that extent, I can find justification only to the extent that, oh, the use of this jet saves us money. That is the only excuse that I can find, and it's a very bad excuse. We should not, as a state, in the name of being cheap, go and use the president's brother's private jet. If the president has to use another person's jet or rent a jet and his brother has a jet, I think it will be cheaper. Okay, so to that extent, I can find justification only to the extent that, oh, the use of this jet saves us money. That is the only excuse that I can find, and it's a very bad excuse. We should not, as a state, in the name of being cheap, go and use the president's brother's private jet. If the president...
Ati, oye Kofi Bentil'S record Sir His Excellency John Dramani Mahama o use Ninuya Ibrahim Mahama ni Wimshehin ni private jets for his government travels, for the country's travels. It is very, very bad attempt. It's very bad in the sights of governance. The optics in Yenin. This is what Oye Kofi Bentil'S Oreka. Yes, he acknowledged the use of his brother's jet in Obama savings. It will enable the country to save costs. Yet he is in disagreement with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama using Ibrahim Mahama'S private jet for his presidential travels. Ono and Kofi Bentil'S is in disagreement. Now Ono and no corner in your record there. The Kofi Bentil'S record there. It marks conflict of interest in for us. The bitter truth no corner in you when there or your bogus bias. You acknowledge that yes, indeed, the use of Ibrahim Mahama'S private jet by the president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, no brother, make some savings or make some savings for the country. Obama man ne siesika na brekuna ranen or sanekade onyaza papa. No ono ana no call me when you record nya twum Kofi Bentil'S ordinary zenenen onam de over 10 bi Mahama and especially Ibrahim Mahama intinen no rekadam when tumwanche anyinye biara is in support the young current private jet na ye former omampeyin John Dramani Mahama no fendi djuma yente nensama sentra orekadam nen yente ni bio.
First reason is security. Let me tell you this for a fact. We are talking and we are complaining about this. So maybe he will stop, but maybe he won't stop. And it is not the state that maintains the private jet. It is not the state that provides the pilot. It may not be the state that provides the air hostesses in that. If he travels on his brother's private jet today, we don't talk and he doesn't stop. It means he will travel on it another time. Somebody who wants to deal with our president or our state, because some of these private jets, they go outside for maintenance, will plant a listening and camera device in it and let it stay there until the next time the president is traveling, and he may have to sleep on the jet, whatever it is that happens that you don't know, but then you have compromise. You will put the whole security of the state in jeopardy simply because somebody chose to save money and use his brother's jet. So it is wrong, very wrong on so many levels on that. First reason is security.
Ati oye Kofi Bentil'S reka sentira osi John Dramani Mahama omampenyin ne brother Ibrahim Mahama ni hwimhyehin na ozi tukwanenen oye wrong onyenenen wakan bambo hu asam that se omampenyin ze ninua benyin ninua kakraba Ibrahim Mahama ni hwimhyehin ziru tukwan to compromise the safety of the president. Omampenyin na bambo teo. The arguments are always that the security of the president can be compromised if His Excellency John Dramani Mahama continue to use Ibrahim Mahama'S private jets for his travels.
First reason is security. Let me tell you this for a fact. We are talking and we are complaining about this. So maybe he will stop, but maybe he won't stop. And it is not the state that maintains the private jet. It is not the state that provides the pilot. It may not be the state that provides the air hostesses in that. If he travels on his brother's private jet today, we don't talk and he doesn't stop. It means he will travel on it another time. somebody who wants to deal with our president or our state. Because some of these private jets, they go outside for maintenance. We'll plant a listening and camera device in it and let it stay there until the next time the president is traveling. And he may have to sleep on the jet. Whatever it is that happens there, you don't know. But then you have compromise. You will put the whole security of the state in jeopardy simply because somebody chose to save money and use his brother's jet. So it is wrong, very wrong on so many.
Ati, Messi Kofi Bentil oyenya chum. Kofi Bentil oyenya chum. The Orakanen. The reason he's stating that say Omampenyi John Dramani Mahama or the Ibrahim Mahama ne play ne diri to kwana ne bambo hun sam nenen ebia na wankoye obotum wa tochima mamimbisa oye Kofi Bentil no quarrying min yeribisa Kofi Bentil na sam nye there those that private jet nenen wodze ko abrochir ina waka yesiesie anyenye biara Sir John Dramani Mahama okohe plane servicing that plane nenen sabi ono Kofi Bentil uno obesiesie wo Ghana ha bia anyenye biara Kofi Bentil no besiesie so man Ghana yakohe plane private jet zima His Excellency John Dramani Mahama on the private jet nenen on Ghana fo na wo betwu no remain asama yerbisa Kofi Bentil enwuni nyansai the arguments oye Kofi Bentil or making wana na wo yedwuma wo dam plane no mu nenen on Ghana fo na wo yedwuma wom ne da mente on the security of the president His Excellency John Dramani Mahama cannot be compromised. At the time Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo our banimu not all rent luxurious jets, private jets at a exorbitant cost at the expense of taxpayer. Na yanti oye Kofi Bentil ni nyansaya no wanden when tum wabra at the time na Ghana fo wo bisa akawa hin no manabo the hey oye plane the Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo na abanemu mpenyimfo Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo ne mpenyimfo na abanemu aswafo we have the men they did not see the reason, the respects, the essence to even let Ghanaians know the cost, how much it was costing Ghanaians to rent luxurious private jets for Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo for his presidential travels. At that time, now the security of Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo could not be compromised. We did not get Kofi Bentil to speak at that time when Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo was running in luxurious private jets at exorbitant cost to the taxpayer, Ghanaian taxpayer. On a day, now those private jets is Kofi Bentil telling us there those private jets they were serviced in Ghana and at that time those private jets ono na outside in the work of Kosi one hour ye juma woman and ye bia na wa Ghana for. Have you seen the logic of Kofi Bentil? Messi Kofi Bentil only have bias for especially the jets belonging to the junior brother of Ibrahim of John Mahama, especially Ibrahim Mahama. Kofi Bentil has continued to demonstrate his biasness towards Ibrahim Mahama. And he would do everything possible because the jets that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is using belongs to Ibrahim Mahama. And Kofi Bentil is ever ready, willing to do everything possible to smear Ibrahim Mahama, to break Ibrahim Mahama down on intinin jet the argument that he's positing Messi and biara Nana Dudankwa Akufado. At the time he was renting a Zero's private jet. Where were those private jet services? Were they not service outside? Was it Ghanaians who were working in those private jets? What is he talking about? The security measures that were taken at the time Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo was traveling in Zero's private jets. Is he trying to tell us that those security measures cannot be implemented today for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama? This is the reason we are saying that Kofi Bentil'S argument that his disagreement with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama using Ibrahim Mahama'S private jet as conflict of interest is bogus bias. He is just demonstrating that his dislike. Kofi Bentil is only demonstrating his dislike for Ibrahim Mahama. It is simple as that. Now,
when we talk about like the president running the country, you talked about moral authority. Here is his brother, who today is seeking so many different government jobs, contracts, whatever it is, has been involved here and there, and even in a few controversies. When we talk about conflict of interest, it's not about actual conflict of interest. There is actual, but the more important one is perceived conflict of interest. Who do you think you will be to sit in some ministry, department, or agency and refuse the brother of the president? Only that is a problem.
Perceived.
Whose jet is the one the president has been using? All right. So look, that conflict of interest, when you bring it in this context, the president has erased everything. And when you do that, even if his brother Ibrahim wins something fair and square, there will always be a question about it. Look, I can go on and on and on, but the point I'm making is that this is wrong. The justification of saving money is wrong. The security issues are serious. The conflict of interest is glaring, loud, shouting, and is terrible. And it makes the president lose his moral authority to check his people when they are taking jets of their friends to do government business.
Omayan can check Kofi Bentil there. If he thinks that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's using Ibrahim Mahama'S private jet for his travels, it's a conflict of interest, violate any law. He is a lawyer. He should go to court. He should sue the president. Or say, look, it marks conflict of interest. Now, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and brother Ibrahim Mahama vying for several conflicts. Obi has run into issues. What kind of issues is he talking about? Masa, Messi, Kofi Bentil, ne biasness, ne dislike towards Ibrahim Mahama, no nor Denizi. It is simple because the judge that His Excellency the President Mahama is using belongs to Ibrahim Mahama. So he will go all out, all length, do everything possible just to destroy Ibrahim Mahama, to smear Ibrahim Mahama. Which kind of contract do you think are you saying that Ibrahim Mahama is seeking that has run into conflict of interest, has a lot of issues? Talk about it. If you think that what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is doing violate the laws of the land, the constitutions of the country, you are a lawyer. Go to court. You know what to do. As an experienced and intelligent lawyer that you want us to believe, the epitome of knowledge, if you think that is what John Dramani Mahama is doing or has done, has violated the constitution of this country, go to court. As a lawyer, you know what to do. Ibrahim Mahama, Osi contractor, ma Oriyaninti, Obien to me denying, and a lot of contractors seeker no when some in some America. Quite recently in this country, we all know and we saw what you did about the black water mining a company. The issue you picked up with Ibrahim Mahama'S company for taking over the black water mining company. We heard it. Look, if you think that the gentleman has violated any constitution, go to court and stop disturbing our ears. Me say when His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was renting private jets, luxurious private jets, sabi Kofi Bentil'S, ye hu mancho man bisa Ghana for bisa de akawa hin na Ghana for yere bo say hey oye luxurious jet zama Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo modi tukwane ye yanse wakase ye hu nyanse man bisa de look Ghanaians deserve to demand or to know the cost of renting or hiring a private jet for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for his travels. You who the menyansa no, and then what we are positing, and then Zareka because John Dramani Mahama or use na brother Ibrahim Mahama ni jet or ten who keke na rede ni zinenen nyachum na rede ni zinenen.
Ghana, with an economy of our size, 100 billion, with the kind of the kind of country that we are remiss not to have a good, proper, serviceable private jet for all our presidents and maintain same. In fact, not even if we have two, it's not a problem. So that is an issue. And you know why? Because the two parties have been playing politics with it. They have been kicking this ball and they don't do what they have to do. They play all kinds of games and then they come and they do worse than what their predecessors did. Now,
the reason why we are saying that his argument is bogus bias towards just Ibrahim Mahama and the president. Equalization, he is trying to play the equalization card. Oh, the two political parties, they all do the same and they come to do worse. Invariably, inference is trying just to justify that what Mahama is doing, he's doing worse of what they criticize Akufo-Addo of. Messenger Chum. Kofi Bentil'S is only demonstrating bogus bias towards the president and his brother Ibrahim Mahama. Nyachum nore denizinen. Can you? Is he trying to tell us there? His Excellency John Dramani Mahama traveling in his brother's jet is spending more than what Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo did spent on his presidential travels, hiring private jets for his presidential travels. And is that what Kofi Bentil'S is telling us? Playing the equalization card there. Look, they speak against the one in government, and when they come, they do worse. Is Kofi Bentil'S telling us that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama traveling in Ibrahim Mahama'S jet, his brother's jet, is costing this country more than what Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo did? Is that what he's saying? Is that the basis of his making comparison that they come and they do worse? Is that what he's talking about? The knowledge, the wisdom. You are not the only intelligent person in this country. Messi, you are only demonstrating shared bias, bogus bias for Ibrahim Mahama. Nya chumnere de nidinene. Ke obi anka nchewa no we will look right in your face and tell you are bogus bias. You are only demonstrating bogus bias as far as John Dramani Mahama using Ibrahim Mahama'S private jet for his travels. Masa, AD, it won't fly. We are challenging you. You are only demonstrating bogus bias. You cannot equalize this equalization card na airplane. It won't wash. It won't work. Nya chumna rede ni zinene. Obiehu. Let's speak truth. Yes, I think that as a country, 69 years of independence as a nation, by now we should own our own presidential jet for our president, so that he can use it months and samamba. But at the time, Omanini Nyibi and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has opted to use his brother's private jet at a lesser cost. The argument you are positing out there doesn't make sense one bit. It doesn't make sense. Look, if you have hatred for Ibrahim Mahama, talk about it. If you think that he has violated the constitution, his businesses, whatever he's doing, seeking contract from the state, violate the constitution, you are a lawyer, you know what to do. Stop this childish argument. Stop it. It don't help you. Remember, the show you are watching is the bitter truth. Let truth be told. Yebisa, we are challenging you. If you think that what Mahama is doing, or your equalization card in a play, and he's doing it for no cost, and the cost of Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo's presidential jet for Botuga Maobiaye, so that we can make an informed decision as to whether what Mahama is doing is at a higher cost than what Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, your party people, did. Thus is the bitter truth. Truth is bitter. It must be told. Stop the bogus bias that you are demonstrating. It won't wash. Kade jumezi arehwe ya no konwimi jumezi. Send you down the canal jumezi ya da say. Subscribe to the Ghana News YouTube channel and Facebook like. Never watching photo. Kindly subscribe to the Ghana News YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell. Most importantly, drop your views, your opinion, your suggestions in the comment section for us. Remember, the show is bitter truth. Truth is bitter. It must be told. We will speak truth. Thank you for using your data to watch the Bitter Truth show. So we come your way with another unadulterated, authentic, bitter truth.